How's up everyone? Now again with Tekrokip Champions. We have Leomord, the Sworn Sword, and the Xana's lore is already been uploaded by now, and if you haven't seen it, feel free to watch it. And I recommend pressing the subscribe button if you enjoy watching this ML champion story. So without further ado, let's gallop into it. Leomord, the fallen knight who remains true to his oath. Sitting pretty in between Lantis Mountains and the blackened plains of the Abyss is the fortress of Richburg. With its poor location being the barrier between Monyan Empire and the Abyss, demon invasion is common in this place, keeping Monyan Empire untouched by the Abyss, giving this area a gloomy vibe. Leomord was born in this border fortress, for in fact, a descendant from a long line of royal guards of the Richburg, so he's no ordinary kid to begin with. With his family background boasting a great credential, he was immediately hired as a personal squire to Atticus, the son of the Duke of Richburg, not long after he was born. Talk about a head start. Anyways, growing up together with Atticus, the two bros trained together under the veteran knights of the Richburg army, learning about history and politics. Atticus, excellent in every lesson, showing remarkable maturity beyond his age, while Leomord found it hard to keep up with him. Hesitant to be left behind, he secretly trained himself day and night to further enhance his skills. Being Atticus is slightly older, Leomord looked up to him as not only his future lord but also an older brother, a role model to strive for. The Knights of Richburg had a custom passed down through generations to take part in the birthing of their battle steeds. They believed knights and horses were comrades in arms till their death. At the age of 7, the two boys attended in birthing of their horses, as custom among the people of Richburg. Leomord named his horse Barbiel, with whom he grew to become allies and close friends. As Barbiel grew up under Leomord, the childhood friends become comrades on the battlefield. Their gallop spanned life and death, and the two become most solid support for each other. Although timid Leomord, Barbiel knew what he had in mind, and whenever Leomord felt down, Barbiel would rub his head to offer comfort. As well, over the next few years, the two boys grew into formidable fighters on the training ground. During these years, Atticus' father got weak and suffered in some unknown illness that led to his death. Some suspect that the demons are behind this death, leaving Atticus the new ruler and the responsibility to take over the whole fortress of Richburg along with its citizens and defending it against the demons. The heir Atticus became the new Duke of Richburg, with Leomord as a captain of royal guard in his side. The boys have never experienced a real battle before, but realizing the weight of the situation, they set up to defend the land against demonic intruders. Raise the sword, meet the enemy head-on, and protect those behind them. This was a move that any sworn knight was familiar with. For years, the two fought endlessly until they cleansed every trace of the Abyss. The battle lasted for years, but they successfully regained control and pushed back the Abyss army. Now that the fortress got a break against the demons, Duke Atticus decided that it's time for raising up some fine noble shorties in the capital of Monyan Empire. He pursued an alliance with the royal house of Gaius, offering a marriage proposal to Princess Vixana. Agreement from Lord Gaius, the princess been shipped to set forth as the bride to Duke of Richburg. When thought life gets good, some unexpected happenings to the life of Atticus just give bro a break. Days before Princess Vixana was about to arrive, and he is excited to finally meet his bride. A letter from far border town. A murdered breed of demons suddenly appeared, as they also resembled the same cursed magic that killed his father, and some townfolks had gone missing as well. The town asked an aid from Duke on raiding the town out of this threat. Duke Atticus can't abandon his citizens, and also to solve the mystery of his father's death, defending that place is utmost priority. Occupied with obligation, setting aside his plans to welcome his bride, Atticus gathered his men right away. Leomord, on the other hand, felt bad feeling about this. Before the departure in top of the city wall, Atticus pulled out his sword and motioned Leomord to kneel on one knee. Knowing exactly what about to come, Leomord solemnly knelt in front of Atticus. Duke Atticus, I hereby swear this oath in the name of my father and his house, that I shall always lend my sword to your service, provide counsel when you seek it, and lay my life down should your safety require it. In the swear on this day, unto the day of my death. Atticus placed the blunt of his sword on Leomord's shoulder and declared him a sword knight of Richburg. For 20 years, they trained and rode to battle, and on this day, Atticus' deep-rooted trust was now formally recognized as he handed him the sword of oath. Leomord knew this was his fate, to ride and die with his lord in the battlefield, but Atticus had other plans. Leomord will remain and stand guard at Richburg. Shocked by this request, Leomord could believe that Atticus refused to let Leomord join him in his quest. Princess Vexana is about to arrive soon, and she needed all the support and protection she could get, and no one else the Duke trusted to carry this burden than his closest friend Leomord. And then, as sun rises, the Duke Atticus and his army faded into horizon, leaving Knight Leomord a task heavier than any battle he had ever fought. Days later, Vexana arrived in Richburg, and his vibes shows how she doesn't plan to stick around this place, and intending to leave within days, but days passed and a week, and 2 to 3 weeks. Only communication she had with Atticus is through letters. The both of them developed feeling of affection with one another even from afar. Then Vexana stopped receiving a letter from Atticus, in some reasons. 2 years had passed. Leomord and Princess Vexana waited for his return, and then one day, out of the blue, the announcement of Duke's return, Leomord finally cleared his mind, relief, and felt unease. But as he noticed, Atticus' eyes changed, only see emptiness and expressed a picture of resignation. Poor dude, I felt bad for the guy. The campaign must have been brutal, and then the preparation for the long-awaited wedding between Duke Atticus and Princess Vexana was finally set in motion. People of Richburg greeted with festivity and cheer. The time has come at last for Atticus to give Vexana the wedding ring. However, a pair of dark wings came out instead. Embrace the world of death! Atticus and his men turned into demons, wreak of foul magic, rotten and vile, purid blight of the abyss. The holy wedding morphed into a massacre. Everything fucked up. Leomord clasped the sword of oath as everything spiraled out of control, plunging into panic. Screams pierced his ears. He couldn't understand what causes Atticus to draw his blade against his people and the girl he's supposed to protect. The rampaging Duke lunged at Princess Vexana. Stop! Vexana's voice echoed through the hall. Atticus suddenly regained consciousness, holding himself back. Kill me, Leomord. Kill me, I beg of you. Is the safety of Duke weighs heavier than the safety of the city? Leomord stared in horror and remembered his vows years ago. I hereby swear this oath, in the name of the Father and his house, that I shall lay my life down should your safety require. As he drove his blade into Atticus' chest, Duke's eyes cleared as he was lifted from the curse, grasping Leomord. Brother, I am free. With his last breath, he turned his eyes to Vexana. My love, the mist, if there is no other choice. But his long friend Atticus' body withered. Leomord wished only to accompany him in death, but he still had a mission in his shoulders. Richburg needed his sword. Richburg would fight till the last, even at the cost of releasing the mist. 100 years later, yet time in Richburg seemed frozen in place, shrouded by heavy dark fog. The place was known to be cursed, necrokeep, how they call it. Leomord was no longer the way he was, though he seemed edgy before, it 10 times more edgier today. Sickly pale skin, neither living nor dead, and his eyes tired from 100 years of being half dead. On the battlefield, Leomord will launch a quick but lethal strike on his every opponent. This quick strike is a way to pay respect to life, not enduring the slow cycle of painful death. Every undead in Necrokeep had lost their sense of being alive, but they couldn't even ask for death, holding a chance of feeling of living, and wants the days to change, forever been trapped in this curse of immortality. But he doesn't lose hope. He knew that Vexana would eventually find a way to reverse the curse of the mist. From that day, 100 years ago, his life no longer belonged to himself, but to Richburg. As long as there was still one soul in the city, he would guard them until his last breath. And yes, that's the story of Leomord. The end.